Today I realized, like, bro, I never took myself out on a date, bro. What does that say about your relationship with yourself, bro? That's pseudo insecurity, bro, because that basically means, in a way, not just definitively, but in a way that's like, okay, so you don't identify with your own value outside of somebody else. Because I'm big on this concept, this philosophy where it's like, as a man, you should be, like, your life should already be a party. You know what I'm trying to say? Your life should be a party, bro. And you just inviting people to the joint that's already happening. And there's a time to even ingratiate that level of masculinity into your being. There's a time for that, bro. There's a lot of great principles that Kevin Samuels might, Stephen Cole might, it's mad great principles. But then at the same time, it's like, where in this is God. God is just good, and you gotta trust in that, bro. You gotta love him in that. Even when it's not good. It's like, because sometimes I could come with this cute, super extrapolated, super deep word. But yo, sometimes I'm weeping. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm just hurting, bro. And then I gotta love on myself in the midst of that. Because if I don't, then I'm gonna hate on myself in the midst of that. P family. This is Future Ty checking in. I'm editing the video now, and I didn't realize how noisy it was. So I tried my best to do some noise isolation and some cute, techie stuff that was going on in post editing. But I tried my best just to, raise the voice volume and then lower the background noise. I add captions, so try to follow along with the captions. I really was gonna scrap this video because of that, but I'm watching it and I'm almost, weeping in tears because there's so much beautiful insight. And I don't, I'm very good with being vulnerable, and I like when certain spaces provoke that out of me, prompt that out of me. And the emotional space I was in when I recorded this video definitely did that. So I just encourage everybody, like, if you can, bear it. Just watch it to the end, and God bless you. I love you. Peace. Bro. Just have to belch a little bit, But man, God is good, bro. God is good, bro. I find myself at a Mexican spot right now. If you know me, if you know Kai, you know I'm really half Mexican, nigga. On my soul. I'm half Azteca. You smell me? Mayan Azteca on me. Like, in terms of culture, it's Rastafarian, Jamaican. Then next for me personally, close second, Mexican on me, Mayan. You smell me? I'm really Mexican, bro. I'm trying to tell you, like, all my friends back home, Mexican. All my best friend for all my life, Mexican, bro. But yeah. Today I realized, like, bro, I never took myself out on a date, bro. Like, I never dated myself. That's a problem, bro. That's an issue, bro. That's a problem. Because what does that say about your relationship with yourself, bro? Like, what does that say about how you interpret, how you interact with yourself? Because remember, as above, so below, as within, so without. So if I'm experiencing void in that area, or if I could sit with myself and reflect and be like, yo, bro, I never, I never dated myself, or I never took myself out. That's pseudo, that's pseudo insecurity, bro, because that basically means, in a way, not just definitively, but in a way that's like, okay, so you don't identify with your own value outside of somebody else. So when there's somebody else involved, oh yeah, you super duper willy nilly, you super duper turned up, burnt up, but you don't value yourself enough to schedule some stuff for your own stuff. I'm not talking about the gym. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about none of that, bro. I'm talking about the arroz con pollo with the refried, nigga, with the melted cheese and all that. You smell me? You know what I mean? You gotta have a little bit of, it can't just always be chicken, rice, and broccoli, you know? Get you a little bit of tequila. You know, it can't always just be water, water, water. Get you a little bit of wine, you know? You know, I'm not trying to be triggering to anybody. If you want to walk of abstinence, of strict abstinence, then that's exactly where God got you. So don't play yourself. Like, don't hear what I'm saying, but then know where God got you. And then now, oh, Ty gave me the permission to blah, blah, blah. Don't play yourself, bro. But I was just saying with the idea that, like, it kind of made me a little bit sad. Like, I'm sitting, in a booth type joint, and I've never not had somebody across from me. And I'm just like, damn. I'm what's up about that. But it's a new day, bro. It's a new time. He said, behold, for I am doing a new thing. Can you not see it? And it's like, damn, I can see it, bro. It's not necessarily easy. But in this walk, and right now I'm specifically referring to masculinity. It's like, if you don't put you first, who's gonna do it? If your entire definition is within the identity of a lady, of a young lady, of a woman, that's not okay, man. That's not okay. That's not okay. Because I'm big on this concept, this philosophy where it's like, as a man, you should be like, your life should already be a party. You know what I'm trying to say? Your life should be a party, bro. And you just inviting people to the joint that's already happening. It's like, I don't necessarily need nobody to like now we gotta turn up together. You get what I'm trying to say? Like I needed somebody to build the turn up with. I needed somebody to start the party with. No, you already, your life is a party already. And whoever you choose to allow into that, you inviting them into that party. It's a little bit hard, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit. How are you? It's sobering. It's definitely a sobering truth, but it kind of just hit me real hard. Like, bro, I've never dated myself. Bro. Like, do I not love myself? Am I not worthy of dating myself? And it's like, today I kind of just came to terms with the idea, like, nah, I gotta live for me. Like, I have to do me for me, irregardless of whoever else is aligning with that, irregardless of whoever choose to show up in that. No, nigga. Like, life gotta be turned, whether, you know what I'm saying, niggas is in the mood to be in my life or not. I don't know, something just hit me today, like, and I think that the principle, because I'm always trying to speak through principles. Like, I'm not just trying to give you a cute story about how I'm single right now. Like, no, man. The principle is that it's something much more deeply rooted. Like, nah, bro, I'm identifying. I don't love myself enough, bro. I don't love myself enough. Like, I don't matter to me enough. I don't. I don't. Like, it's some emptiness there, bro. It's some void there. And quite honestly, Todd, that's the reason why when you deal with somebody, that's why it's so easy for you to give. But then when you of your own, like, you don't want to necessarily give to yourself. Like, no, that's a problem, bro. That's a problem. You can't do that, bro. You can't do that. Like, you gotta be your own priority, bro. Like, God got me in a space where it's like, I'm gonna show you how you about to reevaluate this whole setting and then reorientate it around yourself. Like, if it's not orientated around you, bro, you're not gonna do it, because you spent way too much of your time way too much of your life coming off your square, and I just I didn't call you to do that. So I didn't call you to do that, bro. There's times, like I was saying in my last video, like he'll deliver us clean from the situation, and there's times where God will purposely move us in the space because in us going through the storminess of it, it's pruning us, bro. In us going through the afflictions, it's pruning us. So he had to make me feel loneliness. Like he allowed rather the feeling of me feeling loneliness for me to check myself. Like, yo, bro, how you lonely but you of God, bro? That don't. How you lonely but the indwelling spirit, like that don't add up. How you lonely but you actually do have somebody with you, like so then we got to reevaluate that relationship because if that relationship was tact, like it was on tact, then you wouldn't have capacity, you wouldn't have space to even be saying that you feel lonely. Like, Ty, stop defining yourself as other people. Go live for you. Like, why you can't go set up an excursion for yourself? Remember you used to do that, Ty? Remember you used to go on camping trip? Like, remember you used to go seek me in the wilderness? Like, how you think we got here, Ty? But then you allowed yourself to identify in others, or you identify yourself in the relationship, or you identify yourself in this setting, you identify yourself in these emotions. And then what happened was you get so far deep into that time that now you replace God with that thing, bro. You start worshiping the relationship, bro, and clean lose yourself. So today was kind of bittersweet for me because it's like, wow, bro, I never dated myself, bro. And that sounds cute, but in reality, there's something deeper that's happening there. Like, do I not love myself? Do I not deem myself worthy? It like slap fire out me today. Like, wait, hold on, bro. I never dated myself, bro. Like, I never just said cardio one. Like when I told boy that, like the receptionist boy, I'm like, oh shit. It kind of just slapped me like cardio one, bro. Like it's just me dolo. You feel me? I mean, it's not easy necessarily. It's not, but it's like you gotta love you, Ty. And you gotta love yourself when it's not convenient. Like it might be convenient to call fine shit, but it's not gonna be good. You know, it's not gonna be good. Fine shit is not gonna be good for me. You know, so yeah, I think the principle of today is that I learned you gotta date yourself. You know, you gotta set priority for yourself. You gotta have capacity in your schedule for yourself. Um, and if you don't, you know, you leave room enough to lose yourself. Like now you have the capacity to lose yourself. And God is just so good. Like he's just loving us through it all. You know what I'm saying? He's just pruning us through it all. It kind of hit me. Like it kind of hit me. You know. But I had work today. I finished up. It's like I had plans. But then I'm like, you know what, bro? I'm gonna get it. Like I'm gonna get it. And then I'm scrolling on my Google. I see that the Nuggets game is tonight. I'm like, man, I ain't watching one playoff game, bro. I haven't watched one NBA game this season at all, bro. And that's normal for me. Like I'm okay with that. Like, you know, it's just entertainment. Like it's just sports. But I'm like, hey, you know what? No, I'm finna get me together. I'm finna go watch the game. I put it in my calendar and all that. I said, hey Siri, create an event. She said for when? I said tonight. Okay, I'm talking about 10 p.m. You know what time it is, crunch time. On the West, that's the West Coast game. You show me the West Coast game. Yeah. And then I told her, she said, what you want me to name it? I said, the game. Yeah. On me, bro. On me, buddy. On me. God is good, man. God is good, bro. And if you do less of that, you'll have so much more of him. And when you have more of him, it's always gonna be better, bro. Like if you ever choose outside of God, it's never gonna be good. It's never gonna end good, bro. But if you always choose God, in the immediacy, it might not seem like, it's gonna seem hard, but in that back end, oh my God, bro. That back end gonna go so platinum. So I'm just trying to be a little bit encouraged because my heart is quite heavy, but even through all of that, like I'm gonna use that vulnerability as a means. Maybe a couple weeks from now, a month, 2, 3 months from now, a year from now, 4 years from now, I could look back on this video and say, "Wow, child, I'm so proud of you, bro." Like I know it wasn't easy at that time, and then I like to use my emotionality on my sleeve because I realized that like being free, bro. That's all we need, bro. That's all we here for. We just seek it. We need the truth, bro. We need to be free from our nature. You know how hard life is. That's why we all seeking for the thing to believe in outside of ourselves. So it's like if I could just use my honesty, my vulnerability as a means to say, hey, we all forgave them. We all can learn from them. And as a man, the principle is as a man in your journey, you gotta already have a party that's already turned up, and then at your leisure, you choose who you want to invite to that. You can't just be so reliant that anything is required outside of yourself. Please, please. Sorry, bro. But yeah, God is just good, bro. He's just good, bro. And yeah, I just want to use my moment as my moment as vulnerability to say I was just gonna be honest. I never said party or thank you, brother. I never said party or what. You know what I'm saying? I just never said that. So man, it stung a little bit, bro. But then, I was even talking to my mom about it. She said, you better turn that crown upside down. You better know that you turned up, like you burnt up, and I'm so proud of you. And you put yourself first, and I love you for it. Like, you really turned into that man that you always wanted to be. Ty, I see you, baby boy. I see you, baby boy. You gotta have an environment sometime where it has the emotional capacity to uphold you. Because if I ain't have that to just confide in her, like, damn, ma, like, I sent her a picture of my layout. I'm like, damn, I ain't never really dated myself before, ma. She said, boy, you getting there, baby boy. Like now you really starting to turn up, though. I'm just so proud of you. And then that's when she encouraged me, like, no, turn that frown upside down, bro. Like, you're not here to, you're not here to you doing the right thing, bro. You doing good, bro. Because you gotta love on yourself. Remember the principle. You got your own party going on, and then you invite who you want to at your leisure. But you can't have something turn. Like, how you gonna have a good party unless you plan it, unless you passionate about it, about the results. Like, you passionate about the turnout. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really put real life energy into it. Okay, so that's your life. You know what I'm saying? And then your life is going so good. It's just like, damn, he's just a good dude. Like, he's just a dope person. Like, he got his life together. He got his own car. He got his own family. He got his own this, bro. It's not like, damn, my life is messed up and then now I gotta go back and find shit. And then we build up the empire together. Nah, I'm not playing like that. I don't play like that, bro. I don't play like that. And if that's anybody's portion, because you gotta imagine God gonna have it to where that's gonna be somebody's portion. Like, that's gonna be somebody's calling. That's gonna be somebody's, testimony. Like, nah, me and Shorty Girl locked in at a think about E.T., Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher. Him and Didi, bro. Him and Didi started young, 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 young. That's his testimony, bro. That's his portion. And honestly, if he didn't lock into that, that would be his. That would be disobedience relative to him, because God had his structure for him. But then now me trying to force that structure in my life is disobedient relative to me, because that's not my portion. That's not my portion. God don't have that for me. God does not have that for me. He said the ultimacy of you is going to have to be on the turn up side. It's going to have to be on the, okay, you just got baptized. Now you in the 40 days on the mountain. That's your portion. That's your portion. A monk, a monk. That's your portion. So it's a little hard, Slow heart. The ego, shaitan wants to start what's up. And the ego wants to like seat you. Like it's like the ego is forcing you to seat yourself into the ego, like as if it's this thing where it's like you're not worthy of having a kid, or you're not worthy of having somebody opposite to you, or like you doing it wrong if you like, damn, why you ain't, you know what I'm saying? We're fine to that. Why? Oh no, we're not doing that. Because that's the old programming, and you can't fit new wine into old wine, bro. Or both, or the skins of hers, the wine will spill out, and both will be destroyed. You know me? I think that's Matthew. I think that's Matthew 9:24. Actually, my brain is telling me that's what the Holy Spirit says. I think that's true. Matthew 9:24. I think that's true. I think that's true. So God is just good, and you gotta trust in that, bro. You gotta love Him in that. Even when it's not good, like because sometimes I could come with this cute, super extrapolated, super deep word, but sometimes I'm weeping. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm just hurting, bro. And then I gotta love on myself in the midst of that. Because if I don't, then I'm gonna hate on myself in the midst of that. I was telling this to my mom earlier. I'm like, bro, it's either wickedness or righteousness, bro. It's either good or evil. There really is no in between. God said, I hate a lukewarm spirit. I'll spit you out. Why? Because God is a God of polarization. God is a God of polarity, right? When He designed the world, what did He say? On, off, in, out. That's dimension. He said, give me another one. He said on, off, in, out, up, down, left, right. You know what I'm saying? It's just a polarity to it. Love, hate. It's a polarity to everything, bro. Cold, freezing cold, burning hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, so He say He made a lukewarm spirit because think about that. You belong to God. So when I'm like, remember how I tell y'all, like, God has His signature on the property deed of my life. Like, He owns that property. Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. No, Stevie. So if that's the case, it's like he hates a lukewarm spirit because as a child of God, it's like you got His signature on your heart, but you deep in sin. You know what I'm saying? You got His signature in your heart, but you fornicating. You got His signature deep in your heart, but you know what I'm saying? You wild and you hateful. You lustful. You adulterous. You smell me? You gluttonous, greed. All of the levels of hell. And if the kingdom is within, this is a tangent, but if the kingdom is within, then that means that hell is within too. And those levels of hell, like in Dante's Inferno, nigga, we embody that in our that's a tangent, that's a sidebar, but we embody those emotions. So remember, that's why I even brought it up, because the spectrum of love and hate. If I don't lean into love, then I'm automatically gonna lean into hate. Just off the bat. So when you start leaning into love more, you start feeling God more, because God is love, bro. So then now those nasty thoughts, and I'm not saying nasty like I'm finna fuck on her. I'm saying nasty like, damn, I hate myself. I'm saying nasty like, dang, like, I don't matter. I don't belong. I don't have purpose. Like, that's straight out of Satan's heart. That's straight out of Satan's mouth. Like, cause God would never speak to us like that. So then you gotta imagine, like I'm saying, with the spectrum, if I don't lean more into love, like, all right, just because I'm hurting, that don't mean necessarily, that I just start being hateful. That don't mean I be spiteful. That mean I love myself more. Cause then what happens is, damn, I don't need somebody to tell me, damn, Ty, you look good. Damn, Ty, you coming together. Damn, Ty, I'm proud of you. Damn, Ty, you coming along. Cause I can hear God whispering. I can hear Him shouting over my life. Yes, son. I'm so proud of you, son. You make the angels rejoice in heaven, son. Like, just keep going, keep leaning into me. You've come so far. I'm so proud of how I wonderfully and fearfully crafted you and designed you. God is good, man. So I'm just encouraging any of my brothers on a journey of masculinity. Don't define yourself by anybody. You define yourself. You let God define you, bro. And you seek those times of isolation. You seek those times of solace. You know, you provide, you allow God to structure your life and provide you with the peace and instill you with the peace. And then from there, who you choose, you add it. If you choose, you add it. But if it's not aligning, see now, remember how they tell you like stand for something or fall for anything? So if I don't have anything to stand for, I'm just gonna go for anything. I'm not even gonna know that I have an energy standard that I have to uphold, and if she doesn't necessarily align with that, then she gotta go. Cause I don't stand for anything. Like I don't even know myself. God could be calling decrease in your life, cutting off circumcision in your life. He could be calling that upon you just to reinforce that very nature. He could be calling that upon you just to reinforce like I want you to love you. I want you to feel me. Like I need you to define yourself in me. I don't need you to define yourself in that relationship. I know that this masculinity journey gets hard, and I know that we live in a world with all this alpha male shit, and it's like, you know, you gotta bag the bitch, and you gotta be hateful, and you gotta dog the bitch out, man. You're not playing like that, bro. You're not playing like that. Ecclesiastes 3:1. There's a time for everything, bro. For every season, there's a purpose under heaven. It's a time for that. It's a time for whole phases, bro. And there's a time to even ingratiate that level of masculinity into your being. There's a time for that, bro. There's a lot of great principles that Kevin Samuels might, Steph is cold, Mike. You know, it's mad great principles. But then at the same time, it's like, where in this is God? They ain't saying one thing about love. They ain't saying one thing about God, bro. So I'm encouraging you on your masculinity journey. Just lock in, bro. You don't need the religion. Bro. You don't need, you know what I'm saying? Find shit here, find shit there. Because that's just not going to get you to where you need to be, bro. You need to turn up, actually. It's not going to get you to, like, you smell me? So just stay focused, you know, just keep loving on yourself, bro. And even if it's difficult, I'm using my emotions, my vulnerability as the means to say, like, hey, it's okay to still love yourself. It's okay. Here, I'm giving you permission. It's okay to date yourself. Like, you see that new movie and you want to go see the movie? Don't, oh, you want to come to the movie? Because then she going to kill the whole vibe, bro. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, dang, I'm not dealing with nobody attitude. I'm not dealing with nobody being stink. I'm not dealing with, no, we not doing that, bro. I'm just here dolo. You know what I'm saying? Like, watching tech videos. My leisure. That's my leisure. I'm tired of having to, like, explain things I love to do. No, kiss my ass, bro. If I want to watch the new Nothing Phone and the review by Carl Pay, that's what I'm doing, bro. That's what I'm doing, bro. If I want to hop on VIP League, all my young niggas know VIP League lit. If I want to hop on VIP League and then go watch the shit, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So God is good, bro. I just wanted to encourage y'all and say that.